He escaped a monster, but awakened a god's wrath. The sea had spared them, but the island ahead would not. After days beneath merciless storms, Odysseus and his men reached a silent land surrounded by jagged cliffs and black volcanic stone. No welcoming fires burned there, only silence. But hunger can silence fear. Searching for food, Odysseus led his men inland and discovered a massive cave carved into the mountainside. Inside were enormous jars of milk and tools built for hands far larger than any humans. His men begged him to take the supplies and leave, but Odysseus wanted to see who lived there. It was the first mistake. As night fell, the ground began to tremble. Heavy footsteps approached the cave entrance, and then they saw him. A giant Cyclops named Polyphemus, son of Poseidon himself. His single eye burned in the darkness as his shadow swallowed the cave whole. Without effort, the monster rolled a massive stone across the entrance, trapping them inside. Then the slaughter began. Polyphemus seized two men, smashing them against the rocks before devouring them raw. The cave filled with screams, blood, and cracking bones. Even Odysseus, survivor of Troy, stood frozen before the horror. His men wanted to fight, but Odysseus knew strength alone would fail. Even dead, the Cyclops would still trap them behind the massive stone, so he waited. The next night, Odysseus offered Polyphemus strong wine from his ship. The giant drank greedily, laughing as madness echoed through the cave. Before sleep claimed him, the Cyclops demanded a name, and Odysseus answered, "My name is Nobody." When the monster collapsed unconscious, Odysseus and his men drove a burning stake into the creature's single eye. The scream that followed shook the island itself. Blinded and enraged, Polyphemus roared for help. Other Cyclopes gathered outside and shouted, "Who has harmed you?" And from the darkness came the answer, "Nobody. Nobody is killing me." Believing him mad, the others abandoned him. Once again, Odysseus defeated a monster, not through strength, but through cunning. At dawn, the blinded Cyclops moved the stone aside to let his sheep pass. But Odysseus had one final trick. He tied his men beneath the bellies of the animals, escaping unseen into the morning light. The nightmare was over, or so he believed. For as Odysseus sailed away, pride overcame wisdom. Standing upon the ship, he shouted his true name across the sea, mocking the fallen Cyclops. And in that moment, everything changed. Polyphemus lifted his face toward the heavens and cried out to his father, Poseidon, god of the sea, and the ocean answered, ending a next episode. From that day forward, the sea itself would hunt Odysseus. Storms would follow his sails. His men would vanish one by one, and ahead, hidden within the mist, beautiful voices were already waiting to call him toward destruction. The journey continues in the next chapter, the Siren's Song, the temptation that drove men mad.